It's supposed to happen right here in Utah, right? Getting into almost the 80s here?
Yeah, we're probably going to have some records, and we might have some big-time records. So we've only hit 79 twice in the month of March. We've hit 80 once. Otherwise, I mean, that's just like kind of foreign territory for us. But we're going to have a couple of days. We're going to have a chance to hit 80 degrees next week. So it's going to be a warm one for us. I just like to ease into spring, so I'm not really loving this forecast. But it is going to be a really nice week either way. It's just going to be on the hot side for some of us, especially down in southern Utah, where we're going to be looking at those temperatures cranking up towards 90. Today we hit 75. It was beautiful out today. Today was just gorgeous. Mid to upper 50s in northern Utah. We hit 60 in Price and 66 in Moab. Currently, the temps are dropping, of course. We're in the upper 40s in Salt Lake. St. George still hanging on to 68 degrees, and we're in the low to mid 40s over in the Vernal area. This is your day planner for Salt Lake tomorrow. Temperatures will likely not even get into the upper 30s at the Salt Lake Airport, and many areas on the Wasatch Front will be hovering between the upper 30s and low 40s. So in the morning, 7 a.m., we're already in the low to mid 40s, and then we just keep climbing from there. Upper 50s at noon, and then we have temperatures in the mid 60s as we head towards 2-3 o'clock with highs right around 69 degrees tomorrow. Big ridge of high pressure that's just amplifying or pushing that jet stream up towards Canada, and that's going to head east. And the closer it gets to us, the warmer it gets. And then, of course, on the backside of that high, you get that southerly flow that will continue to bring in warm air. So this is going to be a several-day thing for us. There's that high pressure ridge Monday, and notice we have tons of sunshine tomorrow. Same thing Tuesday. That high is centered now right over us, and so that's when our temperatures really start to climb, where we get to have highs in the upper 70s. We'll do that again Wednesday. It stays right over us. By Thursday, it's heading east, and this is when the winds start to pick up, so count on a breezy, very warm Thursday, but the clouds are increasing. And then by Friday, we have a chance for a little bit of spotty rain to move in, maybe some mountain snow, but this looks very, very isolated at this point. Things do look to open up a bit for us going into the next week, first week of April, and that's when we could see this big storm coming through to bring in more valley rain and mountain snow, and potentially several days in a row of unsettled weather. It'd be great to get more snow for our mountains, but we are doing pretty well in northern Utah. So even with this dry spell that we're going into, this doesn't look bad at all. We're above average in northern Utah. Southern Utah, we still really need the snow, but we have seen these numbers perk up a bit. We're at anywhere between 55 and 64% of normal. So still kind of in the orange, but doing better than where we were earlier this season. Temperatures in the middle to upper 60s tomorrow. Again, it's going to be a beautiful day. We'll have lots of sunshine. We'll start in the mid 30s, so you'll definitely still want to keep the jackets handy tomorrow. St. George, you're going to be tossing those jackets aside for the rest of the week. 83 degrees tomorrow afternoon, mid 70s in Moab, and then check out St. George's forecast. Upper 80s Tuesday, 90 on Wednesday, 87 Thursday, and then we finally cool back down. Our average high is 70 degrees, so we're talking 20 degrees above average as we head through the week. Northern Utah, low 60s in the Cache Valley area, and then upper 60s for the Wasatch Front with tons of sunshine. Our overnight lows in the low 40s tonight. Park City, you're down to 32 with highs in the mid 50s as we head through tomorrow, and then your 7-day forecast showing temperatures will be warming up quickly. So we're almost to 70 tomorrow, and then we hit the mid 70s Tuesday, 79 Wednesday, 78 Thursday. Our average high is 58, and then we go back to cooler weather Friday with some rain, and then potentially some unsettled weather going into, again, the first week of April. One thing to keep in mind is we are going to start to see a lot of runoff because the snow is going to melt so quickly with those warmer temperatures. So just keep your kids, just be mindful, keep your kids and pets away from the streams. No flooding concerns at this point, but
it's gonna be
just
fast,
cold.
Yeah.
You know, we're all going to be going to get outdoors. So it's going to be so nice.
We will be doing
just
that.
keep in mind.
All right, Kristen, thank you.